Hello everyone. I hope that you are well, you are safe, and you are secure wherever you are right now. I pray for God's protection. I pray for God's provision to meet you wherever you are, and especially this time of great challenge in our faith, in our lives, in the world, for everyone around the world. We're sharing the same experience right now. I just want to drop by to encourage you. I don't usually take video of myself. It's so not me, but I'm taking the most of the time and taking this opportunity to talk to you about God's inspiration, about God's encouragement for all of us who are some of us are suffering loss of hope. Some of us are experiencing loss of loved ones this time. But I pray that in this present time when fear is overwhelming, when the numbers of death, of infections are scary, may we find the right response, and that is to come closer to God. And that is to find the hope in Him. Because He will never fail. He has no record of failure yet. And He will never fail, because that is Him. He is victory in His name there is victory. Now, even Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians, he came to the point that his suffering, whatever he's experiencing, is far beyond his ability, far beyond his resources, far beyond the hope that is present at that very moment. But you know what? One thing he has discovered, that when God led you to the end of yourself, hopefully all of us would discover that at the very end, it is only the resource that we can only lean into is the hope that is found in God, because that is limitless. That is beyond the suffering that we are experiencing. That is beyond the despair. That is beyond the worries. That is beyond the fear that we have right now. The hope in God that will never disappoint. That's God's encouragement right now. That He allowed this to happen, that we may not rely on ourselves anymore. Sometimes that's the one thing that keeps us away from Him, that is too much relying on ourselves. When we think that self-sufficiency is enough, God would allow things to happen so that we would realize that what we have right now, resources, even the world's largest economy are experiencing downfall. That whatever we have right now in the world is not enough. But if we continue to rely on Him, we'll find there is so much sufficiency in Him. Even if we see thousands are falling on our side, 10,000s on the other side. But if we continue to put our hope in Him, for sure there is life in that hope. And you'll find yourself, if you put your hope in God in this present time, you'll find yourself smiling and even being positive of what is to come. Because we know that in this present situation, God is still in control. Nothing is happening around the world that is not in His hands. So knowing that, we can be assured that even the slightest thing that is happening in us, in our mind, in our hearts, He knows it. He's still in control of it. And right now, maybe just find the right response, and that is to come closer to Him, because He wants to commune with you. He wants to be so close to you, and He wants you to come back to Him. That's what He longs for this time. And right now, I just hope and I just pray that wherever you are, as Paul found himself at the very end of his own strength, at the very end of his own resources, if you are in that situation right now, may you also find the right response, and that is to find God. This time, I pray that you would allow God to work in your life. Allow Him to reveal how He can work miraculously and marvelously in your present situation. There is hope in Him. If you're listening right now, I pray that these words from God may encourage you. He wants you to go through this with Him.